Well, hi there, it's Dan West again. It's been quite a while since I made a video on cooking. This one is going to be on baking. I love to work in the kitchen, and I've cooked and baked all my life. Primarily, I like to bake, especially breads, and I lived 13 years in France, and a family who won't want to get back there, so I kind of heightened my techniques there. Um, I've liked making artisan bread for many years, but to be more practical, a sandwich bread is a more useful bread to make. And I have long loved sourdough breads, and my taste has turned to buttermilk bread now. So I've incorporated the no-knead technique into what I have here is the buttermilk bread recipe. And as you can see, this is how my bread turned out. This is not going to be so much a video of motion as well as just stages of the bread making. I think most of you pretty much know already how to mix and what have you, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. So here is the recipe for the ingredients needed. Okay, here is the list of ingredients for this recipe, and you'll see at the bottom the oven is at 350, approximately 30 minutes, and it makes 2 loaves. We'll start out with 5 cups of flour, bread flour, 2.5 cups of warm buttermilk, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 packs of active dry yeast, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1/3 cup of warm water, and 1 egg. Now, I use regular salt. I don't mess with sea salt and kosher salt. I use regular salt. I use regular pepper. I don't crack it. I use regular pepper in all my meals, so it doesn't matter what you use. It's a matter of preference. As far as the active dry yeast, you can get away with 1 pack, but I do it because there's a certain flavor you get out of it, and it doesn't bother the bread one way or another. It depends how you manipulate your bread. That's a whole nother science in bread making. For this recipe, it's fine. I'm usually making it just maybe for an added flavor in the background. The warm water is for the yeast, and I put usually a tablespoon of sugar in that water also, 110 degrees, to help activate the yeast. And again, the 1 egg is just for a wash on the bread just before it goes into the oven. And that's it for the ingredients. And here's a snapshot of the ingredients here on my workbench. I didn't use the buttermilk powder there in the corner. I just happen to have it there. And then this is the bread flour, 5 cups of bread flour in the mixing bowl, and it's going to be mixed by hand. No mixer involved in this recipe. Now here's the bread flour and all the water combined, and you want to get it to a wet, sticky state. And that's all you want to do. You want to get it to that state and let it rest anywhere from 5 to maybe 20 minutes. It's not a really hard, fast rule. The main thing is to let it rest because you give the flour some time to absorb the wet ingredients, and then you're going to come back again and mix it to a certain extent to where you'll now let it rise for about an hour or two. Again, there's no real hard and fast rule. You can actually get this recipe and make a whole loaf in 2 hours, out of the oven in 2 hours. If once you get your proportions right and you know how everything works in your kitchen, you can actually, from start to finish, you can get a loaf of bread in 2 hours. That's what's so good about it, because of the no-knead. You're not fermenting the bread at any length of time. You are giving it a time to rise, but that's basically it. And when you work on this recipe, you'll be amazed how quick you can create a loaf. And we'll move on to the next step here. So here are the two loaves in the pan, and I did shape it a little bit. I had them rise for over an hour, and shaped it. And I just, I don't know if I forgot or misplaced the photo, but I don't have the photo of when they were first set into these two glass loaf pans. So this is the picture here is of the two loaves that I have, and they're just about ready to go into the oven. I'm gonna put an egg wash on them, and they're gonna go in the oven at 350, and we'll see what you look like after that. Okay, and out of the oven they are. Here they are. I just put another coating of butter, warm butter, on top of the bread. And I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes here, then I'll take it out of the little pan. This is one thing I like about using glass pans. You can really make sure you give it plenty of time to cook through. And other than that, the loaves come out really nice, and they taste just as good, if not better, than what they look. So very pleased with the recipe. So for the first time I tried it with bread flour. I mean, with a sandwich bread. I've made a lot of classic French bread this way, but I've never tried with a bread flour, and it works perfect. Really, really quick and easy. The bread also freezes very well. So with that, I hope you like it, and give it a try. And like I said, there's a lot of good bread recipes out there. This is just one. And, as I always say, bon appetit. Au revoir.
Okay, well.
Well, there it is. Sliced it there. Slice it again if you want some more. Buttermilk bread. No-knead buttermilk bread.
That looks delicious,
And it freezes good too.